When I first moved to Denville, I wasn't aware of a beautification committee, but soon after my arrival, I was approached by Muriel Hepner to be a part of the beautification committee, so the committee would have some professional insight. And I built a couple of containers, as you will find them at the post office, but we created somehow the first beginnings of a downtown with containers, in which we wanted to have seasonal planting. When 1976 approached, we were more eager to do something more spectacular, but up to this point, the committee only had functioned in an advisory capacity. I volunteered to put, in behalf of the Beautification Committee, a little park at the intersection of Bloomfield Avenue and Broadway. At that time, the Shell station was still in place. The traffic flow at that moment came to a very pointed intersection, which was not functioning because it created very dangerous conditions. So with this garden, we established a safer alignment of the roadway. After we had installed the garden, dedicated it, and planted the Liberty tree, which is the red oak, which is a state tree. The Rotary Club came and wanted to be a part of it. The efforts of Bill Richards, who was a great man in supporting and improving Denville, asked me to come up with an idea what kind of a fountain we should place into this garden. We came up with a design, they approved it, that is the Rotary, and they financed. Then they put also an obelisk in. The maintenance was done by the beautification ever since. The crosswalk you find right now was financed by the Rotary Club and stimulated other crosswalks to be installed too.
These are the gardens around Denville. This is the clock tower, surrounded by beautiful, beautiful roses. This is the Denville bus stop. We have flowers in bloom right now. Right now we have a weeping cherry tree. We have daffodils in the spring and daylilies in the summer. This is First Avenue for Diamond Spring Road. We have potato plants and petunias growing, cascading over the planters. Town Hall looks absolutely gorgeous. Cannas with potato plants. This is on Kitchell Road. Worked very hard on this, and this is just exploding with color. We have 100 years written in with flowers. This is the side of the Denville Cemetery where we planted the rest of our flowers. This is the bus stop. This is a beautiful park that we kind of took under our wings and brought it into its beauty. Loads of rocks to take care of and pits to make. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. We worked very hard on putting paths and everything else in it. We take a nice stroll along the waterfront. We have benches put in. We've had it painted and it just looks great. This is the first planter that Franz ever did. These are the tubs on Broadway with the canna plants in. petunias. These tile planters were made by the physically challenged class from the Morris County School of Technology. More potato plants, more petunias, just cascading with violent color and just so beautiful. Business owners take care of it, otherwise it's up to us, and we love doing it. Christmas trees around November or December, and cabbage plants, which show off just beautifully. This is on Route 53 off of 46 with daffodils and forsythia on one side, and on the other side we have canna plants. This is on Cooper Road and Route 10.
Here, this whole thing, all the way to the end, that's one side of the trailer. See, right down there, so you can see those ends of the red, that's one side of the trailer. This is one, but we didn't have a room to put it. Now, if you stand here, and Lee, you can see what letter that is. The D for Denville, there's the E, there's the N. And when you're up there, yep, L, there's another E. Okay, then we got a space, and down here is the 100. Here's the years. I-E-A-R-S. That's it. Now here's the end. So from all the way, that's one side of the trailer. This whole lane, so it's 40 inches by 38 feet. See, these here, like this, we didn't have enough to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we put them on a trailer, these are all numbered. They start up there, it's A, 1, 2, 3, 4. When we start stacking them on the trailer, A, 1, 2, 3, 4. B, 1, 2, 3, 4. From top to bottom. No, we go all the way through W. Years, yeah, yes, that's the S. This is the other side of the trailer. But like I said, we didn't have enough to put them 4 in a row here. These are all extras. You know, in case some died, whatever. We're gonna plant these somewhere later, anyway.
Right.
Then the rest of the other 10 foot of the trailer, well, that's the cab and the axles, and then the other part steps up 10 feet. So we're gonna have a banner advertising beautification. Now the banner that other 10 feet.
Okay.
We couldn't extend this over that portion of the trailer because it has to be something that is flexible enough. This wouldn't be, if the truck makes tight turns, it wouldn't work.
Have a gazebo on there, some swings, the tulip fountain, shrubs, trees.
A park setting.
So this is going to get put in a pocket first. You see, this is the angle. So this is in the trailer. It's going to be off the ground. See how the angle is? So then it'll be in the trailer. This slides down to these stops. It'll go down and it'll stop. So this is how much it'll be above the deck. It'll be that high off the ground. So then once you get them, we have these all along the trailer now. Then these get put on these. You see? So it'll be on an angle like that. And this is where the brackets go, you see? So you put 1 bracket, 2 brackets, 3 brackets, 4 brackets. Then you go to the next one. All the way through W.
Right.
So there's 3 of these, makes up one side of the trailer.
And to make sure those trays stay put, we have already wires inserted in those things.
We had Leiden, Stephanie Leiden, helped out with the layout. Councilwoman Leiden's daughter.
Here comes the Denville Beautification Committee. The Denville Beautification Committee presents its float entitled Life is a Garden. Gardening is for life. The greatest gift we have is the joy and beauty of gardening. Thank you to all those and benefactors who made this float possible. All parts of the float will be auctioned off at the end of the parade at Gardner Field.
Assistance program. That is us. They're all flaps. Take a picture of them. All the flap people. You should see them when they're flappers. Instead of sheriff's labor assistance program, we're flaps. Franz Labor Assistance Program. And you say it with an accent.
Accentuate, huh?
Accentuation. What a great
One thing is, we don't work, we just have fun.
Yeah.
On anybody who wants to have fun with us, join us.